Hello again. It's coming to the last week in October, September now, October next week, and in the garden. It's about 5 o'clock, so I thought I'd get a parsnip. Our potatoes weren't very good, but the parsnips are quite good, and you'll find this one there that looks quite a bit tidy size. We go for that, and what I do, I deal with them here in the garden. And I probably told you before, I look out for these old kitchen knives, you know, the old ones that people had years ago. And this one comes from about 1918, because that's when I know that it was purchased for a part of a wedding present. Somebody told me. So that's it. Now then, the reason that I got them is that they're nice and thin. They're made of stainless steel, perfectly acceptable, wide blade. And that's it. Now then, but all stainless steel loses sharpness quite quickly. So you want to just touch them up every now and again. Don't leave it too late, and then that should be all right. So what I do, I got a 4-inch stone, sharpening stone. 6-inch would be better, but 4-inch is just about all right. And just give them a touch up every time you use it. Just a few strokes. And like when I say to you when we were talking about sharpening other things, you leave the edge behind. In other words, you leave the edge behind. You push in over the edge. Don't come this way, don't come sideways, come at an angle. And as you go, leave the edge behind. You start off at the top of the stone and you end up at the bottom of the stone there. So it's just like that. And then you're using all the stone and you're leaving the edge behind all the while. Then you can turn it over and you can do that. Now then, the thing about stainless steel is it'll quite easily develop a burr. Now then, a burr in some instances is desirable, but when you're doing a vegetables thing that you don't want a burr, you want a sharp edge with no burr. So the way to get over that is not to allow a burr to develop by just a few strokes one side and then a few strokes the other. So we go 3 strokes, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No need to over sharpen them because you're just wasting the knife. The same with the sickle. You see me sharpening it up. I'm trying to explain about it, but you only do it as often, as little as you can, but to maintain a sharp edge. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That should be enough. Let's see. Put that in my pocket carefully and just have a look. Yeah, that's okay. Now I'm going to put this in my pocket carefully because I don't want to cut myself, so I know which way the edge is around. And we've kept it out of we'll go after that one. We try that one there. We'll see what it's like. Education a bit. Oh, quite weedy, isn't it? Right down. Pull and lift, and it should come out. And there he is, he's come out. And look at that. That's something like a parsnip, eh? So that'll do us for what we want, otherwise I get 2. But there's one just come out with it, so we got 2. So that's okay. Brilliant. It'll do for we keep one for tomorrow, or we might use it now. Now then, when you got to that stage, you don't want to take all this muck out of the garden. So I'll go back carefully looking to make sure I catch the right side of the knife. Pull it out, and there it is. Now if you use the back end of the knife, not the sharp side, but the back side, you can scrape it, see. So you're not taking all this dirt and rubbish out of the garden. And then, so that's part of the way done. Knock that off. We've just finished that off now. See? Now then, you've got this little bit around the top. We'll deal with that now in a minute. Just go as far as we can. That's it. Now we can swipe that off. Right, now then, we just see if we can That's it, that's taking that off. I'll just take that little bit off there. Take that off there. And there. And then we can just clean that. There we are. And we've got a nice parsnip ready for tea tonight. And we'll cook that like as if you're cooking potatoes. And it comes out so nice that you can hardly tell the difference. But it is good. Now this is the other one. We clean this as well because we don't want to waste it. So there we are. So I just clean the back end of the knife like that. And we just clean that up. Knock the end off. And then just clean that, turn that round and just clean out a little bit there. That's it. So if you've been growing parsnips, that's the way I clean them. Just get a bit on there, cut that off, and then you can just slice that off there. Right, so we just slice a little bit more. We don't want to take all that into the house. There we are. And there's those two parsnips to be, when they're cubed up or sliced and boiled, a little bit of salt in them, and they come out really nice. Now what I'll do now, I'll take them, I'll put them in a bucket and wash them with a scrubbing brush, and then they'll go in the house and they'll be cleaned again, and then we know that that's what we've got. So there we are, and just put that in my pocket again. Know which side is up because you want to be careful, and take them to the house. So I hope that's a little bit of information that'll perhaps assist you in gardening and picking the vegetables and cleaning them in the garden.